personally consider Gorilla Tape and duct tape in general one of the most helpful creation we ever made. Let's see what we can do with it. I do often see people on the internet attaching a mark, a waypoint, using the Gorilla Tape in the same direction where they're coming, and that is not correct to me, because when you pass over the first waypoint you made and you turn yourself back to check where the waypoint is, you will never see it. I'm going from there to there, so I'm going to attach this one on the opposite side so I can see it if I turn myself back. So not here, here. By the way, I tend to use orange Gorilla Tape for signaling, navigation and medicals, and the black one for repairing, building and making things. Being able to scout new location is a really important skill to me, and the compass and Gorilla Tape are amazing tool when used together. You can create your own map, creating visible waypoints with Gorilla Tape, and heading a 90 degrees angle to the following waypoint, you create a kind of square perimeter that will allow you to be more precise while exploring a defined patch of land. You can also leave signs to let your group know that you've been there, or to mark a specific place where you buried something for future emergencies. Let's build a messenger bag or a kind of pouch that we can carry in our jacket or bury somewhere safe. We need a sharp blade and of course our mighty Gorilla Tape. The length of the first piece you are gonna cut depends on how large you want the final product. Always remember to overlap each strip of Gorilla Tape with at least an inch of the next strip in order to make the pouch strong and durable. Of course, the more you overlap each layer, the more the pouch becomes tougher, but you will consume more Gorilla Tape. I'm using the orange one to make the inner part of the pouch more friendly in a low light environment. But the outer pouch is going to be black. If the pouch has been built correctly, it will last forever. And it's dirt and waterproof. I also built this wearable pouch with 2 strong belt loops on its back and a proper closure. Quite improvised, but it works. I'm using my iPhone 13 Pro Max to give you the idea how big the pouch is. It's so rugged that if you slap someone in the face with it, he will forget his identity for quite some times. Just kidding. We are kind people, right? We can carry different stuffs in it, from a multi-tool and a lighter, or whatever fits your daily needs. I also made a container while I was in the forest that can be helpful if you need to carry water, fire material or food. I use the orange one for this because containers that big consume a lot of Gorilla Tape. Here's few hints to keep in mind when you decide to start making bags and pouches. Always start making the inner part with the sticky part facing you. If you want to add closures or belt loops, add them when the main structure is still flat, or it will become harder to make the same job later. When you build the main structure, don't just apply belt loops on the surface, but make proper cuts in the main structure and let part of the loop gets in so it will stay attached with the inner part. That's make the system way stronger. The next thing I wanted to make is a proper heavy duty belt. I decided to use the Wazoo belt closure, but if you use a Cobra buckle it will be way better. I've added 3 strings of bank line number 36 to make the belt way stronger. The belt is made by 4 layers of Gorilla Tape. If you don't use this kind of belt closure, you will have to leave one of the 2 sides that compose the belt longer, so you can wrap around the buckle attachment and reinforce it after. I'm happy about how it came out. It's stronger way more than other belts I use daily, and since it's tough as nail, it can be used as a whip or to hang our packs or as a knuckle duster. But I honestly hope time will never come. Another cool thing that we can make with Gorilla Tape combined with other stuff is an improvised tripwire alarm. We only need some Gorilla Tape, some zip ties, some matches striking surfaces, some fishing pole, or some bank line number 12, which is smaller in diameter compared to the 36 we usually use in the outdoors. Some key rings, and last but not least, some firecrackers. They don't have to be powerful. We don't want to hurt anyone. They just have to be enough powerful to be loud and to be heard when the tripwire alarm goes off. It's a good alarm system, very easy to make and very cheap. We can set the perimeter around the camp, so we're gonna be safe and sound during night when we're sleeping, or in case of survival scenario and we are bugging out and we are tired, we want to rest somewhere, we don't know the place, maybe it's an industrial building or a big warehouse, and we just want to set up a small shelter to spend the night and start walking at the morning, and we just want to be as safe as possible, knowing if someone or something is walking around our camp.
Start narrowing the striking surface with a cutter to make them fit into the keyring. Bend the striking surface in the middle and wrap it with a small piece of Gorilla Tape. Take 3 matches at least and wrap them with the firecracker after you cut a portion of the 3 matches. Tie them together, putting the zip tie just before the head of the matches.
These are random planimetries, just for the sake of the video, just in case you make these improvised tripwire alarms and you will want to be sure that you place them in the right place. If you choose to sleep in the laundry here, of course you're not going to set the tripwire alarm here. You will need to place these tripwire alarms at the right distance that give you enough time to wake up and run away if it's needed. I will set tripwire alarm inside the garage here nearby the entrance in the middle of the stairways. So if the tripwire alarm goes off in the middle of the stairways, it's going to be more effective. Is because it's a confined space. It creates more echoes and the sound is gonna be louder, and you will have time maybe to run this direction or this direction and go outside. If I had to decide to stay in an abandoned building, I will never stay in the same place more than one night. I will actually choose a room away from the easiest entrances and that it's next to a forest or a natural landscape, so you can disappear, rather than choosing a room that is next to a road. One of the reasons that I choose this one, for instance, is because I have a window here that goes to the side porch. Plus I have other options to escape. If you're interested in this stuff, let me know in the comment. I might start writing something down about a possible in-depth video about urban survival strategies, and maybe we could talk about a bug out bag. A lot of people talk about bug out bag, and I'm not sure if you're interested in hearing something from me. Let me know. I really love this cool stuff.
Gorilla Tape is a highly concentrated rubber-based adhesive woven with fibers. Despite it ignites quite easily, I suggest to rip it as much as you can to increase the number of fibers exposed, so making the fire will become way easier. By the way, be sure you have the Gorilla Tape stored in more than one place. I tend to have some wrapped around my ferro rod, some wrapped around the pencil, plus a roll of Gorilla Tape attached to my belt. Just my 2 cents. Thanks guys.
I always hated carrying a roll of tape, so I decided to remove all the extra cardboard in order to keep the tape more flat. As small rubber bands keep it flatter, and I also made a paracord loop long enough that goes through the hole to connect the Gorilla Tape with the carabiner. That's it. Another cool thing we can do with Gorilla Tape is to make hidden pockets inside our clothes and garment. Create hidden pockets can be helpful for several reasons. For instance, maybe you are traveling overseas or you're not in a good area and you want to keep your money hidden somewhere safe. Or hide a self-defensive tool that could be helpful sometimes. Or maybe a small blade, nothing big, or even smaller for true emergencies. Let's try to make something cool inside this jacket. It's a simple jacket from Pierre Raven. It's made out with their classic cotton. First, fold back the sleeve in order to make the work easier. Let's play with this jacket a little bit. I'm going to make a stealthy pocket in my left sleeve to carry Mr. Item now. We need 3 layers of Gorilla Tape. The one in the middle will be placed with the non-sticky parts next to the sleeve. Leave it a little bit longer so you can reinforce the border where the tool gets in. Now we're gonna make another tiny pocket on the bottom of the collar for my ceramic blade. Apply the same principle we followed to make the pocket sleeve. It's a very easy process. Once you got how it works, you can create hidden pockets everywhere. Last pocket I've built is meant to carry some cash safely, if we are traveling overseas or in a place where crime is higher than usual. These are just a small example of what we can do with Gorilla Tape. You can also repair clothes, gear, etc. You can make ropes with it using the same method that you use for natural cordage. You can build sun splint if you get injured. You can even make a proper backpack if you want to. Only the sky is the limit. That's it for today. I'll see you in another video. Be prepared.